Good morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a skincare focused video. I've accumulated quite a few face moisturizers and face creams over the last year and a half to 2 years. A lot of them are new, a lot of them are things I tried in 2023, and I was sitting there kind of ranking them in my head, and I thought, what a fun idea for a video. So I decided to do a video ranking all of my face moisturizers for you guys from least to most favorite. There's really only one or two out of this whole video that I don't particularly love. The rest I absolutely love. And actually, when I was putting them together to rank them, I had all 10 sitting out on my dresser. And then of course I took one back out to use on my face this morning and forgot to put it back. It was going to be pretty low on the list just because I prefer the other ones so much more. So just to let you guys know, in the video, the whole time I was filming, I thought we had 10 sitting there. So I started with number 10 and was working my way to number 1, and actually there's only 9. So just bear with me. If you're new to my channel, I would love if you would consider subscribing. My name's Alithia, and on this channel, we are all about balancing self-care and luxury items with all of the normal things of daily living. So cleaning, organization, decluttering, skincare and makeup and perfumes and fashion and things like that. So if that's something that you guys like, if you love coffee, if you love relaxing videos, if you love all the luxurious girly things as much as I do, then I would love if you would consider subscribing. And you can also feel free to head over and follow me on Instagram. Just before I jump into it, if you guys could leave me down below your all-time favorite moisturizer, if you have a moisturizer that you think I would love that I should try, please leave it down below. I'm always looking for great skincare recommendations from the people. And with that out of the way, you guys, let's get started in today's ranking video. Okay, so in my number 10 spot, I have the Olay Regenerist Shea Butter Plus Peptide 24 Rich Cream. This is the fragrance-free version. I'm not sure if there is one that has fragrance in it. Some of the ingredients that are notable to mention in here are shea butter, which is a really good conditioner for your skin that helps fight dryness, which is the main thing that kind of drew me to this moisturizer. It also has peptides in it. Peptides are amazing for stimulating collagen production, and then it also has niacinamide, which is amazing for lots of different benefits for your skin. So what kind of drew me to this was Olay has such a reputation for just being a great, well-studied, well-loved brand. It's kind of one of those hallmark brands that you really can't go wrong with. It's been around forever, very heavily recommended from consumers and dermatologists alike. And what really drew me to this particular moisturizer and made me want to try it was that it had shea butter in it as well as peptides. Peptides are something that I try to incorporate in my skincare all the time because they help stimulate collagen production in the skin, and being in my 30s, that's something that I think about. I also like the idea of shea butter because I have extremely dry, sensitive skin, and I live in a cold, dry climate, especially this time of year in Canada. Currently, it is minus 40 degrees Celsius with the wind chill, so it's quite cold, and so my skin needs all the help that it can get. The reason that I put this in my number 10 spot out of all my moisturizers that I currently have is because although it is hydrating and moisturizing and nourishing and it feels nice, after it kind of dries down on the skin, it doesn't leave a really nice kind of, hydrated, dewy, plump feel. I kind of prefer a little bit of almost a subtle glow to my skin. I almost want to go to bed with that sort of that glazed donut kind of look, and this doesn't leave my skin feeling like that. It absorbs in really nicely, which some people like. Some people want more of a matte finish, so this soaks right into the skin, which is really nice. But when I touch my skin after, it doesn't feel like super plump and hydrated and nourished, and it doesn't have sort of that, I don't want to say oily or greasy feel, but you know what I mean. It doesn't have that I just freshly applied moisturizer to my face feel. So it's not a favorite for me. So because of that, you guys, I honestly think this is going to go into the hand lotion section or even the neck and décolleté section. I will definitely use it up. I think it's a great quality product, but I will probably just put this on my neck, my chest, and my backs of my hands, just in an effort to try to use it up because it just isn't a favorite for my face. The next one in the number 9 spot is the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration Face Cream with hyaluronic acid and peptides. So this is one that I actually kind of raved about a few videos ago when I had done a haul. And while I really, really like this one, I have realized that since comparing it to all of my other moisturizers, this one sort of just somehow falls to the backside or like pales in comparison a little bit to some of my more high-end moisturizers. So this is actually a pretty good quality one. It's really nice. It feels very hydrating. It feels very moisturizing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I still think it's a great product and I still recommend it, especially especially for the price. I think this retails for about $16.99 Canadian, so it is fantastic. This one happens to be the one with fragrance, and while I like it, like I said, just compared to some of my more pricey or higher end products from like Sunday Riley and Kiehls and stuff like that, this kind of just isn't as good. I have to say, it just isn't as good. It still is good. This one I decided to give to my daughter because I have drier skin than she does. She's 13, she's got oily skin, she's got acne, and she had asked me if I had any moisturizers I didn't want and said that she needed a new one, so I just gave her this and she really likes it. So I still like it, I still recommend it. You know, if somebody told me it was worth like $35 or $40 or $45, I would have believed them. It is a really nice moisturizer, but just when I have to compare it to some of my other favorites, yeah, it's not at the top of the list for me. So that's the number 9 spot. That is the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration Face Cream. In my number 8 spot, I have the Mad Hippie Triple C Night Cream. So this was a recommendation from Tamara of the channel Tamara's Timeless Beauty. I don't know if you guys have heard of her before, but she has fantastic recommendations for mature, dry, sensitive skin. And I always think, like I've told you guys, if it's good enough for somebody in their 60s, it's certainly good enough for me and she has dry, sensitive, mature skin. So I actually got this as a blind purchase. I wasn't able to go into any stores and test it on my skin or anything before purchasing it. What I like about this is it has 3 different types of vitamin C. So I don't think it has the ascorbic acid, but it has 3 different types of vitamin C in it, which is really nice. Vitamin C is a great antioxidant that you can put on in your face either first thing in the morning or you can put it on before you go to bed. So this is kind of a nice way to get in a little added dose of that antioxidant protection right before you go to sleep at night. It also has reishi, turmeric, and cloudberry in it. And I will say that Tamara was right about this cream. I know that she said she really loved it for her dry, mature, sensitive skin. And this is a really nourishing, hydrating cream. It really leaves my skin feeling very, very moisturized. I feel after I've applied this like I've put on a really deeply hydrating cream. So I do really, really like this. From this point going up on the list, I really do love all of the creams that I'm about to talk about. So at this point, it's just kind of trying to put them in order from most to least favorite. And it says on the side here that it's a deeply hydrating treatment packed with 3 forms of vitamin C, potent antioxidants, and adaptogen. What I will say about the user experience, or like how luxurious this is, it doesn't feel like it has a luxurious feel going on the skin, but the overall use of it doesn't feel super luxurious because it kind of has this like natural smell, the way a natural lotion would smell that you would get at a natural food store or like a bulk food store or something like that. All natural, homemade kind of thing, which is definitely on brand for Mad Hippie, but I wouldn't say that it has a luxurious smell or a luxurious feel. And for me, when it comes to applying skincare products, I really love a luxurious feel. I want it to smell amazing. I want it to feel like I'm at a spa. So while this is incredibly hydrating, it doesn't give me that super high-end luxury feel the way something like Sunday Riley or Tatcha might. But nonetheless, I still really like it. It's a fantastic cream. I was a little bit concerned that with the added vitamin C in here, it might be too sensitive. My skin might be too sensitive for it. I haven't had that problem so far. So yeah, this one I do really like, but it still does kind of fall to the bottom of my favorites. The next item in my number 7 spot is actually a fantastic cream. The only reason I'm putting it a little bit lower on the list is because although it is really hydrating and really nourishing and really moisturizing, it is a little bit lighter in consistency than all the other creams that I have on my list. And like I say, I keep saying it like a broken record, but because I have such dry skin, I need as much moisture as I can get. And this just falls a little bit shorter, not quite as rich, not quite as emollient, not quite as creamy as some of the other moisturizers I have on my list. Still fantastic, but I do think that for me, this one would probably be best in the summer months. Even in the summer, I have really dry skin. By the way, you guys, I'm really sorry if you can hear anything in the background. My dog is in here with me and he's chewing on a bone, but it's what I have to do to have any time to myself or be able to film. So this is the Kels Ultra Facial Cream. I got this recently when I did a retail therapy haul. If you guys didn't see that video, you can check it out. It is the last one on my channel. This one came highly recommended from Dr. Shaw from Dr. Lee, also Dr. Daniel Sagai. I had heard enough people talk about this and recommend it as one of their favorite moisturizers. I had to give it a shot. So this has squalene, which helps support and nourish the skin's moisture barrier. It also has glycerin, which helps retain moisture and soften the skin, and it also contains glacial glycoprotein, which hydrates and maintains the skin's moisture balance. So like I said, I absolutely love this. It's really dreamy and beautiful to put on. It's fragrance free. Even though it doesn't have any scent at all, for some reason it feels a little bit more luxurious than the Mad Hippie. So this doesn't feel like a super expensive spa, nothing like that. That part of it is kind of missing for me, which is perfectly fine. Luckily, I'm somebody who isn't sensitive to fragrance, but if I can have a beautiful slight scent, I'll take it just because it kind of adds to the whole feel for me. But overall, this is just really nice. It's hydrating, it's nourishing, it's gentle. It nourishes my skin, but it doesn't feel heavy. Like I say, I think it's going to be great for the summertime. If you are somebody who has less dry skin or combination skin, or you have even oily skin, I still think this would be fantastic, even for people who have oilier skin. So I really love it. It's beautiful. I'm glad that I tried it, but for me, it is probably going to have to go in my summer rotation. So in my number 5 spot, and I wasn't sure if I even wanted to include this because technically it's not a moisturizer, it's more of a mask, is the Kiehls Ultra Facial Overnight Rehydrating Mask with 10.5% squalane. So the reason I like this better than just the Ultra Facial Cream is because this one is a lot richer. And for me, especially in the winter, especially in the cold, dry weather that we have right now, I do need that extra boost. I need that extra little bit of hydration. And this is super, super rich. It's almost like a balm or a petrolatum kind of consistency. It leaves my skin with truly that kind of glass, like glazed donut look and feel. And some nights that is exactly what my skin needs. Definitely is a night cream, not something I would want to use in the morning. So technically this isn't a moisturizer. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I should even include it in this list, but I do use it as a moisturizer. This isn't something I use as a once in a while. This is something I could very easily put on my face every single night. And my face just feels so hydrated and so healthy in the morning after I use this. So this was 100% worth it for me. Again, this is something I blind purchased, and by blind purchased, I mean I wasn't able to feel the consistency in store before I got it. I just ordered it online, and it turned out to be a hit for me. I know that when I first hauled this, I told you guys I wasn't sure what I thought about it, if I was going to like it, and luckily it turned out to be something that I will definitely use. In fact, I've already used quite a lot of this. In my number 4 spot, so we're working our way up to the top of the list, this is the Dermatology Peptide Night Cream. So I scored this during Black Friday. They were having really good deals, and this was a cream I'd also heard really good things about, and I'm also a huge fan of a number of other products from Dermatology, so I just really wanted to give it a shot. So this is their Peptide Night Cream. So some of the callouts that they say is that it contains an innovative blend of 5 peptides and 3 ceramides. So ceramides are essential for your skin's barrier. Then again, those peptides for that collagen stimulation. Personally, I could apply this morning and night. I think that's what Tamara says she does too in the winter. Yes, it's rich. Yes, it's hydrating. Definitely richer than the Kiehls that I talked about earlier. Probably equally as rich as the Mad Hippie Triple C. This as well, even though it's fragrance free, it feels high-end to put it on, and that's something that I've noticed with a lot of Dermatology's products. No matter what it is, whether it's their sunscreen, which is one of my favorite sunscreens, one of my best discoveries of this year is their broad spectrum SPF 46, the untinted. I'm obsessed. If you guys haven't tried that sunscreen, give it a try. It's amazing. I also have their needleless serum. So like all of their other products, it feels luxurious to apply. You feel like you're putting on a expensive, high quality product. The price is also not that bad, you guys. The price for this, I want to say, is somewhere around the ballpark of like maybe $40 or $50 Canadian. So if you compare it to something like Sunday Riley or Tatcha or anything else that you find from Sephora, this is actually a pretty average priced cream. For the price, for the amount that you get, I think it's 100% worth it. I absolutely love it. And yeah, it just feels like a dream to apply. In my number 3 spot, we have another Dr. Lee recommendation. I definitely was influenced to purchase this because of Dr. Shah on Dr. Lee. I just have so much faith in that channel. I've learned so much from those two. So this is the SkinFix Barrier Plus Triple Lipid Peptide Cream. And this was a love at first try, and it has been very, very high up on my list. I've used this the most, like this and the next two coming up, I've used the most out of any moisturizers I have in my collection, and that's because I just love it so much. So again, this is fragrance free. This comes in a really nice pump dispenser, and the feel of putting this on your face feels high-end and luxurious. It's really nice and rich. I would say it's about as rich as the Dermatology Peptide, maybe even a little bit richer. I like that it has the lipids in here, because lipids are really important for your skin barrier as well, especially for me because I've been trying to acclimate to tretinoin. This is like a dream product for me. When I use this, my skin definitely feels more hydrated, more plump. The only thing I'm not a fan of, a couple of things, don't love the color of the bottle, because I do have my skincare out on the vanity in the bathroom. I prefer everything to be sort of a neutral color, as you guys can tell from my videos. So this really sticks out like a sore thumb. So I'm not a huge fan of the packaging. I don't think that it looks like really luxurious high-end packaging. It's also quite bulky. However, you can get refills for this. So I do appreciate that they sell refills and that it comes in a pump dispenser. So every time you apply it, it's clean, it's hygienic, and you're also always applying the same amount every time. So that part is nice about it. Otherwise, I do think it's a little bit bulky, and I'm not a huge fan of the color. But those are the only two things I don't like about it. It doesn't have a luxurious smell, doesn't smell or feel like a spa product, but you can tell when you put it on your skin that it's a great high quality moisturizer, and my skin absolutely loves it. And I could use this again all year round. In fact, I think I started using this back in, I want to say like October maybe, when we still had pretty like mild weather. The next moisturizer, and you guys will not be surprised to see this if you've been watching my channel, is the Pharmacy Honey Halo Ultra Hydrating Ceramide Moisturizer. This is in my second place spot. Second favorite moisturizer of all time. I just always love using this moisturizer. Sometimes I take a break from it because I've been trying a lot of new moisturizers lately, and so this kind of went to the back burner. So where do I begin with this one? I've been using this one for quite a long time now. I think I started using it about a year and a few months ago, a year and a half ago, something like that. This has a really buttery consistency. It looks like butter and it feels like butter. When you put this on your skin, it literally melts into your skin. Super hydrating, super nourishing. It contains honey, which is actually a really great ingredient to put in skincare. I'm a nurse, and in nursing, we apply honey to people's wounds and we apply honey to people's skin all the time. Honey is amazing for the skin, has a lot of healing properties, and it also has antimicrobial properties. So it's great for healing an impaired skin barrier. This also does have a subtle honey scent. I know I've seen in reviews, some people said that the honey scent was too much. Other people said it didn't bother them or that it went away. For me, I notice it for about the first like 2 minutes, and then it kind of goes away. The texture feels incredible. It feels like no other face cream I've ever used. I got this jumbo container last year at Sephora when they had brought it out. They said it was a limited edition. I think it's still available, but this is my second container of the Pharmacy Honey Halo. And if I've gone through something a couple times, you know that it's good. I also like that it has a magnetic cap and it comes with a little metal spatula, which I actually have to clean. It kind of looks dirty, but I really like the packaging. The only thing I would say about the packaging that I don't love is that it's in this kind of honeycomb, like octagon type of shape. So to get the moisturizer out of there, it kind of gets stuck in the little nooks and crannies. So the shape of the container, while being super cute and kind of a nod to like honey and honeycombs, is not super efficient and not super practical. Otherwise, I think it's beautiful packaging. The color is, pretty, looks nice sitting on your counter. Not that that's the most important thing. It has this luxurious feel. My skin absolutely loves it. I can use this all year round. This is good for me in the high heat of the summer. This is good for me in the coolest, driest days. It's just always a treat, like always a treat. Every single time I put this on, I'm reminded why I love it so much and why I've purchased this multiple times, and I think it will continue to be a repurchase. And in my number one spot, this will not be a surprise if you guys have been watching my channel, you probably guessed, this is my number one all-time favorite, absolute favorite face moisturizer, the Sunday Riley Ice Ceramide Moisturizing Cream. So this I actually purchased, I think it was like a year and a half, 2 years ago maybe, because I was watching, it was a Go to Bed With Me, like Harper's Bazaar or Vogue or something, and it was Phoebe I don't know if I'm saying her name right, Phoebe Denevor, whatever. She was in Bridgerton, and this was the one she was using, and it just looked really nice. And I kind of like her, and I kind of like her style, and I just found it such a charming video, and I find her very charming. And it just kind of intrigued me. I looked on the Sephora website, and I was like, you know what? It was the most expensive moisturizer I've ever purchased at the time. I think it still is. I think this is the most expensive cream to date that I have purchased for my face. And it was kind of an ouch moment, and I almost wanted to return it when I first got it. And before I even opened it, I was like, dare I open this? Like, I can't possibly like it enough to justify the price. And boy, was I wrong, you guys. This is my second container of this that's open, and I have a backup in my cupboard. So keeping in mind that I've had a couple of other moisturizers like CeraVe and stuff that I've kind of alternated throughout the years, so it lasts me a pretty decent amount of time. And also a little bit of this goes a long way. So yeah, the fact that I've gone through 1.5 jars of this and have another backup tells you that I really, really love it. So my most repurchased high-end moisturizer. So this contains ceramides, which are really good for your skin barrier. It also contains vitamin F, which if you guys didn't know, I didn't know, I had to look it up. It stands for fats or lipids. So again, lipids are super important for your skin's barrier. And it also has a little bit of coconut oil in it as well. So if you are allergic to coconut, maybe don't go for this one. Where do I begin? What do I love about this? Okay, first of all, the packaging, beautiful, aesthetic, feels high-end. You feel like you're getting a high-end product even right out of the box. It looks beautiful sitting on your vanity. The application, it smells incredible. It has this subtle, like slightly icy, very slightly sweet almond kind of a touch to it. It smells unlike any other moisturizer I've ever smelled. It smells incredible. And like I told you guys, I love that whole spa feel. It's really important to me, especially these days, feeling like I don't have a lot of time for myself and having this new puppy in the house, and like everything about my day has been changed. My whole lifestyle has been changed because of this puppy. And that time in the morning and at night when I wash my face is like my, 5 or 10 minutes just for me. It's, my spa time. It's my pamper time. It's my self-care time. And this makes me feel like I'm at the spa. The scent, the feeling of putting it on. Like I've told you guys before, this cream hydrates and plumps my skin like no other cream. Better than the SkinFix Triple Lipid, better than the Kiehls. Obviously better than everything on this list, or else this wouldn't be in the #1 spot. If I could only keep one moisturizing cream for the rest of my life, this would be the one. If I had to go to a stranded, deserted island and I could only bring one face cream with me, this would be the one I would bring. And if you guys ever try it, I'm willing to put money on that you will want to keep using it. I'm willing to bet that you will love it. It just feels luxurious. It makes your skin look and feel amazing. Super hydrating, super plumping. Nothing makes my skin as like juicy and plump. When you see those advertisements on YouTube or whatever, and people's thumbnails, and they're like poking their cheek, and their cheek looks like bouncy, and I don't know how to describe it. It looks like they're poking a bouncy glass cheek. That's what this does to my skin. So it's absolutely phenomenal. The only reason I'm not using it right this second is because I've just been trying lots of other moisturizers, and I kind of cycle through, and I could very easily just use this day and night all the time. But I really like trying new things, and I'm going to use up all the other ones that I have as well. But this is one that I just keep coming back to. It's fantastic. I can't say enough good things about it. So 10 out of 10 recommend. It gives you all the spa feels, and it is great for the skin, and it's 100% worth the price. I'm actually I'm happy that I discovered it, but I'm sad that I discovered it because it's expensive, and every time I purchase it, it's like that kind of hurt just a little bit, but I know it's worth it. And skincare is worth it, especially in your 30s. I think it's important to spend time and money on yourself, making yourself feel good, and investing in your future self. So that is my #1 spot favorite moisturizer ever, the Sunday Riley Ice Ceramide Moisturizing Cream. So that was it for today's video, you guys. Once again, I do apologize. I thought I had 10 moisturizers here and turns out I only had 9. Hopefully that wasn't too annoying for you guys as you watched. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here today with me. Don't forget to head over and follow me on Instagram and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video, and check out all the other videos on my channel, and I'll see you all very soon in my next one. Bye for now.